Hi guys, what's up? You're watching Mr. Fun, and in this video I have something super special for you as well as something super special for me, because this time around we are gonna be unboxing upgraded Ender 3 2021 edition with us, the new latest upgraded silent motherboard. And you can exactly see it has just arrived. I ordered this on 26th of July, and so as you can see, this is the whole box. It's guys humongous, and we can see it comes with great packaging, lot of protection. And now guys, moment of truth guys, we are opening this thing up for the first time. As you can see, we are greeted with a lot of foam, which indicates that this has been protected thoroughly. And now let's open the foam, and bam guys, directly we are greeted with the user manual, warranty card, all that paperwork, and right away we have the bed plate. And we also have the branding of the seller, which is the authorized reseller for Creality printers. And this guy, this company has upgraded the printer, and overall these are the parts that you can see. And now we'll just quickly assemble it. Although it took me about 5 hours to assemble, that was because I was also filming in between and I had other things going on. Anyway, besides for that, we have a few more components, and we also can see the included filament with the scraper. And what is this? This just happens to be a box of spares and screws that are required, and that's the filament holder and also the DC power cord. Here we also have the Z-axis stepper motor and some 20 by 20 iron rails for the Z-axis and the top part. Now we just assemble all of this with the included components and screws. Guys, one more thing that I want to mention, I did not had to use even a single component. All of the components were provided in the box, so I just connect really nice this part. And the back of it is also ready. Now just need to use some zip ties and all. So these Allen keys were really handy while joining in different components, and we were provided with all the components. As you can see, I haven't even got a chance to use these because I'm just in the process of assembling it in the future. That's the pulley, if you can just see right there. Now guys, I just need to do some beautification, if you want to call it. Just applying these orange rubber rails, and then we are done. And guys, just to mention, this was my first ever 3D model that I printed with my first ever printer. So after the print, I covered this with a thin plastic film, and then I just put this small ball, and we are good to go. This is a really nice puzzle toy. And as you can see, these Avengers coasters turned out to be great, and this was on standard quality that took me 3 hours in total as I printed them side by side. That is a really nice timing, and I'm pretty happy with that. So now I think it's a good time to explain you the the parts of a 3D printer. So guys, first of all, this is right now printing something, and you'll get to know that very soon. But other than that, so this basically is the whole 3D print. First, right here, this is the LCD display. This shows the percent of the project completed, and you can also see 3 hours 14 minutes into the build. This is the hot end. The hot end actually pushes out the filament that's up top, which I'll just show you in a moment. So it's very hot. First of all, you can see the temperature. It's 220 degrees Celsius of the hot end and 50 degrees Celsius of the bed plate. This right there is hot. So this actually pushes out the filament, the melted filament, and makes this sort of a model. And that right there, that motor right there, is the extruder that actually pushes the filament. As you can see, this is the filament right there. It pushes it through this Bowden tube. This is the pipe, and then it comes through this, and as it droops down, this fan actually cools it so that it takes shape, and whatever we want to make, we can make it. These are like just some wires. This particular wire is for the LCD display. Then we have a few more wires, but now let me show you the top of the whole thing. By the way, that right there is the power supply. So as you can see, this is a 24 volt 15 ampere power supply. That's the cable and a switch. And guys, this is just the included filament that comes around here through the extruder, gets pushed into the Bowden tube, and from there comes to the hot end, and from there we have a 0.4 mm nozzle that pushes it out. Let me show you the nozzle real quick. So right now it's moving, but still you can see the nozzle. That right there heats up to 220 degrees Celsius and prints out whatever you want. Well, now your next logical question can be, how does the nozzle know what to print, and where are the brains? So right down below this box is the brains of the system. This has the 4.2.2 silent motherboard of this Ender upgraded 2021 model. This is the Ender 3 upgraded 2021 model, and as you can see, this part right here, just besides the y-axis right here, we have few ports. This is a micro USB port. We can connect this to a PC and it prints directly. Otherwise, this right here is an SD card that has a G-code file. Now G-code is a format, just like we have docs format for a Word document. This has a G-code format which tells the printer what to do, and you can just simply insert it, take it out, put it in your PC, load the G-code file, and you're done. As you can see, this is the belt for the y-axis. That right there are the rollers. Now we have a similar belt for the x-axis as well. Let me show it to you. Now if you know even the basics of maths and coordinate geometry, then you know the coordinate system. Then as you can see, this is the x plane because it moves like this. This is the y plane because this moves like this, and this whole bar right here is the z plane because this moves top to bottom, right? And let me show you the motor for this part. As you can see, this screw, this long screw, is kind of a thing that pushes this whole part up. And let me show you the stepper motor for this, which is located right here. And these are all the cables that is needed to run this printer. Up next, in order to control what to do, we can simply adjust this knob, rotate it, and even press. So prints typically take anywhere from 1 hour to even few days, depending on how big it is or the quality. This right here is on standard quality, and this would take me around 7 hours to make, and you'll see how it turns out to be. Well, this is a arc reactor, and you'll see exactly all the painting, finishing, stuff like that in the next video as I make this arc reactor. But okay, now let's talk about what comes out. So there is one substance known as PLA, which is a kind of plastic, and there are PLA, ABS, other types of filaments that we can use. So that is exactly what is in this tube. So this is PLA basically, and that comes out. So this gear actually is rotating very slowly, and sometimes it also may rotate in the other direction to pull the PLA, as you can see. So this rotates and this pushes the PLA stick. Right now you can see the white PLA going in to the Bowden tube. The white color tube is the Bowden tube right there, as you can see. Boom. And this is just the spring that gives it the tension that it requires, and this part is all metal. That is basically why this printer is upgraded, because we have some parts that are better than the original ones. Like this part is all metal, better display, better bed plate, and stuff like that. And so now I hope I was successful in explaining you what a 3D printer is and basically how it works. A 3D printer is basically a printer that prints in 3D, just like that. That's literally what it is. So I just hope I've I have been able to clear all the things and how it basically works, all the components, and yeah. So this basically works on stepper motors, and these stepper motors, they don't just rotate like anything. They have some very specific angles. You can just see the image right over here. So they rotate in precise degrees, with the help of which this is very precise. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.